Good morning and welcome back to Concerned Citizens Media again. I have some news for tonight. Let me start with breaking news. Oromo Media Network is just reporting the release of the following Oromo Liberation Front senior officials from Ethiopia's prison on 10,000 Ethiopian birr bail bond individually. They are 1. Colonel Gemechu Ayana, 2. Dr. Shugut Geleta, 3. Lemi Begna, 4. Dawit Abdullah, 5. Abba Wayuma, 6. Abdul Qadir Umar, and 7. Obsa Abdisa. Their lawyer, Mr. Kadir Bullo, confirmed their release with his OMN interview. Listeners are also encouraged to verify this breaking news with other credible news outlets. This is a very encouraging news for Oromos fighting Abiy Ahmed at home and around the globe. The pressure must continue until all prisoners are released. Oromos are respected on their own land and be the deciders on their matters in Oromia. Massive Oromo protests against Abiy Ahmed and his administration continue all over the globe. Huge number of Oromo Americans protesters, Qarres, Qeerros, mothers, elders, and children showed up today at Ethiopian consulate in St. Paul, Minnesota. They repeated their demand again at the embassy. They were chanting, "We demand unconditional release of all Oromo prisoners. We demand justice for Hachalu Hundessa now. We march for freedom, justice, and democracy. Abiy must go. Down, down, Abiy. USA, stop supporting a dictator in Ethiopia," and other slogans. They promised to continue their resistance movement until freedom is achieved in Oromia region, and concluded their protest with prayers led by religious scholars. Protesters also showed up in Berlin, Germany, and Oslo, Norway, and repeated similar demands with Oromo Americans in Minnesota, and chanting identical slogans against Abiy Ahmed and his administration. The Berlin protesters concluded their extended camping-style protest at Ethiopian embassy successfully for now, and promised to continue their fight against Abiy Ahmed soon. Both protesters in Berlin and Oslo used local language to make their message clear to their host nations and to the global communities. Tigrayans and their supporters gather in front of the State Department in Washington, D.C. to show their support for coming election in Tigray region and to increase global awareness about it. They were chanting, Tigray will conduct its election, victory for Tigrayan election, Abiy Ahmed must respect and accept the results of this six-round election. Abiy Ahmed is a dictator and the enemy of press freedom. And let's unite for justice, equality, and ethnic federalism in Ethiopia. Meanwhile, the Tigray region warned the central government and its House of Federation from deciding anything against the upcoming election. Any decision against their upcoming election by this urgently called meeting is considered as a declaration of war against the Tigrayan people. Abiy Ahmed attempted various tactics to stop the Tigrayan region from holding this constitutionally mandated election. So far, all efforts were unsuccessful. This election has a very serious implication for Abiy Ahmed. If it is successfully completed, it will expose Abiy Ahmed's COVID-19 excuse for not having the election in the country and extending his stay in power without public blessing. The Tigray region is on the borderline between Ethiopianism and separation. If force is attempted to be used instead of diplomacy by Abiy Ahmed and his supporters, Tigray might declare it is independent like Eritrea. It is a serious matter expected to gain wide domestic and international media coverage next week. Also, BBC has a report on this issue under the title, Why There Are Fears That Ethiopia Could Break Up. I repeat, why there are fears that Ethiopia could break up. So it's a very extensive article or report on BBC. So it's interesting. Yes, it is a very serious matter, and it should be handled by smart leaders who depend on diplomacy instead of guns and power and other bullying intimidation tactics. If it's not taken seriously and handled in that matter, Ethiopia will be disintegrated into further parts. So it's a very challenging time, and I will come to it next week. Okay, the last news for tonight. Ethiopia asks United States to reconsider aid suspension over dam. The suspension adds to pressure Ethiopia to reach agreement over the filling and operation of what will become the biggest dam in Africa. We have asked them to reconsider, and we are waiting. We hope 117 years of diplomatic relation between US and Ethiopia will not be damaged because of an issue not related to the two countries. This is a statement from Fitsum Aragga, Ethiopian ambassador to United States, told the Financial Times. The US State Department told Ethiopia of the aid reduction on Monday, and it is unclear how much money is at stake. Mr. Fitsum dismissed media report of 130 million Ethiopia does not deserve this money unless it settles its domestic matters peacefully with all stakeholders. This is a comment from Concerned Citizens Media. Especially the brutalities happening against Oromos must come to an end. So we suspect, the more money they get, the more guns they buy, the more recruitment they do in policing, military, and the special forces to kill and Oromos, to torture Oromos, to abuse Oromos. So we don't want them to have any more money, unless they take corrective measure to their policies. So that's all I have from Concerned Citizens Media. And thank you for listening, and be safe. So long until next time. But I will leave you with one video. Let me see. This video is shared on Facebook of Hussein A. Kalicha, and the singer is Hanisha Solomon. Is a female singer, Hanisha Solomon, and she say, "Yoon gerrare maal qaba, keessa kootu aarii qaba. Yoon gerrare maal qaba, keessa kootu aarii qaba." So it's very burning issue for Oromos. I think this is part of it. I hope you're gonna enjoy it. And I repeat, Hanisha Solomon, Yoon gerrare maal qaba, keessa kootu aarii qaba. Enjoy it, and I'll be back with other things next time. And so long until that time.
Umigayo dawere sikke labsi basere yongerare mal qaba keessa koo tarii qaba keessa koo tarii qaba qomoo koo rakkoo qaba utuu waan hundaa qabu deegar kana malala utuu waan hundaa qabu deegar kana malala saba koo guddicha koo kana ka dhukkubni koo dhagai gerarsa koo leenca dullome taane kan ilkaan irraa dhume hayyudoo fa'ee taane kan dubbiin harkaa dhume goota hidhame taane kan ari'een qaqqabne goota hidhame taane kan ari'een qaqqabne kanneesse jalaan baane kana laallatte gadheen gandaanuu dhaalte yartuun biyyaanuu baafte kana gubeen hawaada halkanii guyyaanaade kana laallatte gadheen gandaanuu dhaalte yartuun biyyaanuu baafte kana gubeen hawaada halkanii guyyaanaade Jiruudha maqaaf jirra jireenya maalii jirra lafa abbaa horii bite nu qilleensarraa jirra dilbiituun lanneen qabnu dhibbisnees mooraan qabnu qonnaadhaan waliin baane daldaluuf humnaan qabnu dalaguuf carraa dhabne taa'us konkoodaa dhabne hinduuneef jirraa jenna lubbuu gaaddisaan qabne lubbuu gaaddisaan qabne Biyyabahum nadale nuti keessummaa taane wabii jireenya dhabne dhibamne biyya baane eekkamsaan nu ergatu ergamtu alagaa taane cibsanii nu gorra'u hoolaa faasigaa taane gubanii nu qaammatu dara masqalaa taane gubanii nu qaammatu dara masqalaa taane qurxummiif nu darbatu ilbiisa raammoo taane qurxummiif nu darbatu ilbiisa raammoo taane rakkanne waan nu taane takkalmi namaan taane kan ciisee gorra'ame kan naabbiidhaan gubate kan rasaasaan fiixame deebi'ee waaqaare kan ciisee gorra'ame kan naabbiidhaan gubate kan rasaasaan fiixame deebi'ee waaqaare gadoosaa baafatare tokkummaa dhabaa keenyaan umaan saanii haafare tokkummaa dhabaa keenyaan umaan saanii haafare ta'anii dhalaan dhaluun gandaaf lagaaf wal qooduun fedhii sabaa dhiisanii dantaa fi jeelaa fiiguun beekaa fi tuffatanii waliif dhageettii dhabuun aadaa dhufteedha malee seenaa keenyarraan jiru beexiqqoo na caqasa waan hayyuun bulee himu meexiqqoo na caqasa waan hayyuun bulee himu Gadaa baabilee keenya seera abbaa haqaaf muruu dubbii dhaarsii dadhabee gumii gaayyootiin furu kabaja waliin buluu beekaa wallaalaa gorsaa jabaaf laafaa wal tirsu lammiitu lammiif gorsaa hayyootiin seeraa tumuu qalluun biyya eebbisa hawwan ilmaan guddisu goonni roorroo deebisa jaarroliin seenaa himu namnu wal dhaggeeffata fedhii nam tokkee caala kan biyya jabeeffata amma maaltu maal ta'e gurmuun keenya laaffate namni maal safuu gate aadaa abbaa sarraanfate waliif maanaatoo dhabe haadhoof haadhoo gane haadhoon maaf haadhoo gane mari'ataan gowwaan qabu meekottaa wal gorfannaa dhibaayyuu dhibaafanne ateetees facaafanna dhibaayyuu dhibaafanne ateetees facaafanna malkaaf tulluutti baane waaqaraara gaafanna xiqqaaf guddaa wal taane furmaata barbaadanna roorroo nurratti ijaare buqqisne ofirraa ganna roorroo nurratti ijaare buqqisne ofirraa ganna Gabrummaan amma yoomi hiriyooshe bitamuun amma yoomi Esi keenya bidda